So first off, we got some announcements. We got some really cool stuff going on with the team. And the first one that we're going to talk about is Shannon. I don't know where she's at, but Shannon's got 2 SC points. And I also wanted to point out that she has been killing the invites, man. She did, I think she's done in the past 3 days, over 100 invites.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, I mean, if she gets on, we're going to give her a big round of applause because it's really, really awesome and really amazing. And, you know, that's going to get some really good business for her, and it's going to bring in some challengers who she's going to be helping. That's how you find people. All right. So that's really, really awesome. Second thing is Katie Finley, who's not on here tonight. She also has 2 SC points, and she signed up a discount coach, which is really awesome.
I know. I'm so excited for her.
I know. I'm so excited for her, too. It's awesome. Third thing is Mandy Wright has now moved her. There's a leadership ladder, which I don't know who knows anything about that. But once you kind of go diamond, you really start to see that because it's actually posted up in your back office, what your status is. Mandy Wright has achieved business starter status. Woo! Yes. Yay! And Emily. Is Emily on now? Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's listening. Yeah, she's listening. I'm getting text from her.
Okay.
They know a lot of what to say.
Through Mandy. Emily is currently at 11 SC points. That is crazy.
Wow.
That is awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And she sponsored 2 new coaches. I mean,
wow.
What? So
She's actually 13 SC points.
So,
she must not be reflecting.
Okay, so she's seeing 13, and my back office I see 11. So if she's at 13, she's
on fire.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And it's really, really awesome. And like I said, she sponsored 2 new coaches. I mean, she's on a roll, and congratulations. I know she's not talking to us, but congratulations, Emily. That is really freaking awesome.
That's amazing. Go, Emily. For real.
Everybody, let's give her the big Team ER dance. I just love that. She, like I said, she sponsored coaches. We've got a new guy coach. His name is Joe, which is so cool. And he's not on our call right now, but he's probably going to listen to the recording. So everybody say, hi, Joe.
Hey.
Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to talk about is our schedule that's coming up this month. So it was kind of jam-packed in a good way, though, right? So Coach Basics is going to start again on Monday. And so if you have new coaches going in there, and if you did Coach Basics but would like to do it again, there's going to be some more material coming near the end. So if you want to go back in there and just, focus again and get that info, feel free to let me know and I'll add you in. But that starts on Monday, and that's going to be a 30-day group. Okay. So now I've got all that stuff going. All right. Then challenge group starts on October 5th and the 19th. Right, Dee?
Yeah.
Okay. 5th and the 19th. Who we got coming on? Oh, it's Katie. Okay. So 5th and the 19th, which is called Sneak Peek, begins November 9th. Now, I know that's not in October, but it's basically at the end of the second challenge. So end of the October 19th challenge, okay? So it'll give us an opportunity to have some challengers go through and invite them to the sneak peek and see, especially the ones who are seasoned veterans in the challenge, see what they think, say, hey, we're doing this. We would love to see if you'd like to know a little bit more about it, and invite them to this sneak peek. So that's why we're kind of piggybacking right off of the challenge. All right. Who is in the 2030 group from the refinery? Emily is, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, Emily is.
Okay.
I don't know if I am.
You have to basically join the group, and then you get put in. And then we got a commitment that we need to be signing. All right. So this 2030 group, basically a group, it's a push group, and it's all focused on finding 20 coaches, and these can be discount coaches, in the next 30 days. And I'm going to tell you what the requirements are, like, or basically what the challenge is. It's not a requirement. Obviously, you know, you're going to run your business how you want to run it. But in terms of what this challenge is all about, we're inviting 30 people a day to our challenges. 30 people. I've been doing that for the past week, preparing for this thing. Well, no, 4 days now? 5 days. I don't remember. Point is, it's a lot of people. However, this is really awesome because I'm getting great conversations. I'm breaking down some huge, comfort zones. I know that Shannon, who's not on the call right now, but dude, she's invited over 100 people in the past 3 days. Let me just give you an example, and I hope she's not going to get mad at me for saying this, but I want to give you a great example of somebody who had a barrier, had a moment of feeling like they couldn't do something, and then broke through it. Shannon had a little bit of struggles, which everybody does at some point. Had some struggles with sending out invites and the wording and feeling as if, you know, she was kind of burdening someone and not, you know, didn't want to come across as salesy. Nobody does. Nobody wants to come across as salesy at all. However, we've been through personal development. She listened to this Eric War series. She listened to a couple of team calls. I mean, she's been listening and reading some good personal development. She's been able to really bust through that. And all of a sudden is fired up and realizes that you're not trying to sell anything. You're trying to help somebody. And you're knocking on the door and saying, hey, would you like some help? Because I got some really awesome tools here that can help you get where you want to be. Not to mention, I got your hand. I'm in your corner. So she looked at it that way instead of just, I'm trying to sell you a product. Because that's not what this is all about. And now she's inviting over 100 people in 3 days. Do you see how crazy that is? It's crazy in a good way. Like, that's how she's going to grow her business. But it's a huge leap from where she was to where she is right now. And it didn't take very long to get there. When she finally had that moment of clarity and was like, this is how I'm going to view this. This is how much it means to me. This is what's actually going to get me where I want to be and achieve my goals. She says, screw it, I'm going. I'm going for it. I don't care. Who has had a moment like that in this business where you're like, I don't care. I am going to go for it. I don't care what it takes. I don't care how many people might not like my post, might not like my invite, might not like anything. I don't care. I'm going to find people to help. I'm going to grow an amazing business. And I'm going to be the next damn 15-star diamond. Who's had a moment like that?
I kind of wish I would have had that moment earlier. Like, although this is really only my second or third month. Yeah. But I wish that I would have had that kind of from the beginning. Because
I want you, Mandy, to understand that the fact that you're having this now is a big deal because most people, they don't have it right. They don't have it this early. That's a big deal. I was blessed with having it early. But I also know coaches who have been in the business the same amount of time as me, and they're only just getting it. Just getting it. Just having this aha moment of what they can actually achieve and accomplish with this business. So you have a blessing in this business. Do you kind of see where I'm coming from that?
Yeah.
Even though I know you were like, I wish I'd seen this day one.
I mean, I just wish that I wasn't sitting here at the end of the month with having a bad month. Like, I wish that because like now I'm like doing everything that I need to do in like the last week and a half of the month. But I'm like, I could have.
Well, you know what? Yesterday was yesterday, and today is today. You can't go back and undo what you didn't do or what you did do back then, right? And now all you can do is focus on what you can do today to affect your future. Because that stuff, it's done. You can't fix it. So you have to just leave it back there. You say, okay, all right, I screwed up, learn from it, fix it, go forward, and do from that. There's no reason to think like that. I know it's hard to do because, trust me, I still struggle with that sometimes. I'm like, oh, God, took 3 months off when I moved. I still think about it, but it's stupid. Why? I'm in here today, and I'm busting my booty. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about commitment, because those of you who are in the 2030 group, you're about to witness something that I've had the pleasure of seeing previously, but it doesn't always happen. It's not something that, it's a momentum thing. It's a momentum shift. And when you get to experience it, you're like, whoa, this is crazy. You're going to see people come out of nowhere and just blow their business up. And you have the opportunity to be one of those people. It all depends on what you do. And it all depends on your commitment to making your business grow. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to identify your goal, right? And also decide what you're willing to do to achieve it. So if I know that Shannon has a really strong goal of hitting diamond by the end of October, she's halfway there. She's halfway there. That means technically she needs 4 more either discount coaches or working coaches, and she's a diamond. She could totally do that by the end of October. And she's having to decide right now, what is she willing to do? Whoa, hey. What is she willing to do to, it did not answer my phone, but it's talking to me. What is she willing to do to achieve that goal? Because it's heavy. Like, I know, Mandy, you've probably talked to her a little bit about it, but I talk to her all the time about it. This girl wants it so bad, it's almost like she's reaching through the phone and grabbing me by the shoulder. I want this diamond. Like, she wants it. She's hungry. So she's having to decide what she's willing to do to achieve it. And part of that is breaking down barriers. You know, she's sacrificing some time. She's really doing certain things, taking action to achieve her goals. So you have to decide what you're willing to achieve to do it. Are their sacrifices? Are you going to sacrifice some TV time, sleep time? What is it going to be? I know right now for this whole 2030 group, I'm getting up at 6 a.m. And in fact, I actually was talking to my friend Tracy today, and she's getting up at 4:30, and I'm thinking about getting up at 5. I'm not kidding. And I'll tell you why. Because I have a goal and I want to achieve it. I'm hungry. I'm going to go get it. I'm not going to do anything. I have these kids who have this schedule, and I'm like looking at this schedule. I've been playing around with them. I'm like, you know what? I have to get up earlier. If I want to achieve my goal, I have to give up some sleep for the next 30 days. If I'm going to give up some sleep for the next 30 days so that I can grow my business and bring in some more coaches, have an amazing team, just have so much freaking awesomeness surrounding me that's driving me, propelling you guys. I mean, are you kidding me? I'm going to sacrifice some sleep for 30 days. Okay. So what are you willing to sacrifice to get yourself to where you want to be, to where you're not having to go to work on the weekends, to where you can stay home with the kids, to where, Katie, you're not having to go to these long hours, these draining hours. You don't have to do that anymore. To Crystal, I don't know what your full goal is. I see you, baby. I don't know what your goal is, but is there something I don't want to do this anymore? You get angry about your goals. I don't want this. What am I willing to do to not have to do it again? Personal development. You got to read it. Who's reading? I am. There you go. There you go. In comfort zones. If you want to achieve your goals, You have to do sacrifices, personal development, and you've got to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. Because if you sit there in the safe spot, nothing's going to change. You got to reach out, jump out if you have to, and say, I'm going to push it. It might be uncomfortable. I might not know exactly what I'm doing, but who cares? I will learn as I go. I will get better as I go. I will achieve more if I just push hard and be a little uncomfortable to get where I want to be. So we've got this 20-30 group, 30 days. That's a long-term commitment. So when you're going into a long-term commitment like that, you got to know the deal. You got to know what it's going to take, and you got to have a plan. So the true deal is every single day, think about it, really think about it. What does your day look like? How long is it? Think about how tired you are at the end of the day, and how many times you struggle to even get some of these basic Beachbody stuff, this work done. Multiply it by 30. And multiply it by the fact that you're about to try and bust out 30 invites a day. By the way, I timed it. 30 invites takes about anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to send out. Okay, if you're really focused, laser focused, nothing else, no distractions, laser focused, 45 minutes to an hour. So there you go. I've timed it out for 4 days. That's about the time. So if you've got this, this long-term commitment, and you've got to know the true deal. You've got to know what it's actually going to take to actually hit these commitments every single day. And you got to know what you got going on. And then you got to know what you're signing up for. You're signing up for some really tough days. Goes back to those sacrifices. Goes back to that want and that why and that willingness, that drive, that hunger to get there. And when you're in this long-term commitment, distractions do not exist. Who's got distractions at home?
A lot.
I have 2 of them. I have 3 of them, really. My husband, my 2 kids, my dishwasher. 4. They're big deals. Babies. Jessica, what kind of distractions do you have?
Pets and her husband.
Pets and husband. And what?
And TV.
And TV. TV. Oh, girl, I feel you.
Yeah.
I see a new Netflix. I'm like, oh, I want to watch it.
I know. It's bad.
I know. Katie, what's your distractions?
Work and baby and taking care of people.
All right. Crystal, what's your distractions?
What?
Going fishing.
Going fishing. You guys.
Yeah.
Mandy, what's your distractions?
My son.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I have like a daily to-do list at home of dishes and laundry and keeping the house clean. And sometimes I put that first, and then I just kind of skip everything else.
Yep. I feel you, baby. And I'd ask Emily, but she's not on there. She can text you her distractions.
The cat, kids, laundry.
There you go. Exactly. All right. Oh, I wish I could show you my laundry. It's sitting right over here. There's like 3 loads of it. Distractions require 2 things. They need a plan B or pre-planning. When you're having a long-term commitment, if you're making a push, you're going to be every single day, you're doing this to make your business grow, and you're taking a 30-day commitment, and you're going to grow this thing whether it kills you. You need to make sure you have a plan for these distractions. Either a plan B, so if you get distracted, this is plan B. I have a different time, or I'm going to sacrifice this to get this done for the day, or whatever that plan B is, you need to have it. Or pre-planning. You really need to get smart about your day, smart about your time. I made a post today about owning your time. Was it yesterday or today? About owning your time and not letting time own you. Who feels like time owns them? Their schedule owns them.
I lose track of time.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there you go, Katie.
All over that.
Just washing over me. Time. I struggle with time myself. I really do. It's always been a struggle for me to own my time. But I know that by owning my time, by setting timers, Pomodoro, I've been using this marinaratimer.com. Oh my gosh. It really helps me to not only focus, but to get up and take a break. It's okay. Get up and take a break, but then come back and focus. And that goes with everything. My house has been cleaner using that daggum thing. I'm not even kidding. But I've also gotten my housework done. I've gotten my work done. I've gotten everything done, plus a little sacrifice with the sleep. Okay, I'm getting it done. I'm planning this day. I'm owning it. And if you don't own your time, you can't do anything with it. Your time is precious. You've got people, you've got obligations that you have to take care of right now, right? If you've got a job, you've got obligations. You have to do it. You can't just quit. You can't just stop until you bust it out with this business. But you have these obligations. You have family. You have people that you have to take care of. You got little humans that need your constant attention. And Lord knows if you are on the phone or if you are sending out invites and you have 5 minutes left to bust this out, they are going to come and get in your way. Mommy, I need milk. You just had milk 2 seconds ago. It will happen. So you have to plan for your time. You have to own it. And you have to tell yourself, I'm going to own this. It's my you know what. I'm only saying, not saying it because it's recorded. So tell me one thing that you think you can do tomorrow to own your time. Because this is not a commitment where, I'll do it in a week. No, get to it today. What are you going to do tomorrow to better own your time? Mandy.
I'm going to do my power hour and set a timer and not move from my computer until it's been at least an hour.
Okay. What about, did Emily send you anything? You tell me. No.
She said not multitask. I assume that's what. Yeah, she's going to not multitask.
That's actually a great plan. Not to multitask. You know, when I set a timer, I'm focused on one thing. It's not multiple things. If I have to situate my people or whatever it is, get them situated, but give myself that time to focus on one thing. I'm not trying to do a business activity tracker and send out messages. You know what I mean? I'm going to send these messages out. I'm going to get them done, and I'm not going to move on until I'm done. You see what I'm saying? So that's a great plan. I'm not even kidding. Do not multitask. Focus on a singular task. I tell my daughter Grace this all the time because she has ADD. I swear she does. Focus until it's done. Focus until the task is done. You have to do that. So that's a great plan. All right, Jessica, what are you going to do tomorrow, starting tomorrow, to own your time so that you can work your business and you can still live your life? What are you going to do?
Leave the TV off when I get home from work.
There you go. There you go. Don't even let it be a distraction. I love that. Excellent. What about you?
Set a schedule in my phone and stick to it.
There you go. And how are you going to stick to it when you get a distraction?
I have an alert in my phone, so make sure that that's what I'm going to stick to.
You what?
Because, I'll have work, so I have to, plan on work, but then have what I plan to do, when I get home, because that's when I get distracted is when I get home.
Yeah, when you get home.
Because I have, a million other things to do, and
right.
I work until 6 o'clock, then that's when everything goes haywire when I get home.
That's right. So you have to make a plan of, this is A, B, C, and D, and I'm going to finish A, B, C, and D.
Have a schedule of what I'm going to do and stick to it.
That's right. All right. Let me unmute you. Crystal, go ahead, baby.
All right, I'm going to make a schedule and stick to it. a lot of it's my shifts, but there's things I can do during the shift, and I can just schedule it in there.
Okay. Yeah. So, and that's all you have to do is when you're able to work, actually get it done, right? I used to do this all the time where I would schedule a time to work and I'd have plenty of time. I'd have time to do it, you know, it was perfect, but I would do something else. I would do something else instead of actually get the work done. Well, that doesn't help me. It doesn't help my business. It doesn't grow it. It doesn't bring in challengers. It doesn't help my coaches. None of that helped. So if you block out a set time, commit to that bad boy. So I love that. If you've got some time, just, pop it in there. 15 minutes here and there adds up to a lot of time, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And if you are focused on a singular task for 15 minutes, you can get a lot done. Really. You can get about 8 challenge invites out. Okay. I want to share with you guys a couple things that I read this morning for my personal development, and I thought it was just screaming at me. So I wanted to share it with you guys. Share it to you guys. Yeah, I can't even speak tonight. All right. If you never feel like giving up, then your dreams are too small. Who feels like giving up sometimes? Who feels like I'm gonna raise my hand here, because sometimes I have been there. I have been like, I can't achieve this. I cannot do it. I've had that thought. So if you haven't had that thought, then your dreams are too small. We've talked about this before. Dream huge. It should scare you a little. It should make you think, maybe I shouldn't tell somebody this because they might think I'm crazy. When I told Becky Hilty that I was going to be up on the stage at Summit one day, it just kind of came out. I was inspired. And I meant it, but I don't normally tell anybody that. I saw the look on her face. She's like, she's crazy. This person's crazy. That's okay, because I'm actually going to be up on that stage one day. I really do believe that. I love this business so much. I want to help as many people as I can grow in this business. So I know that's going to happen, but it's crazy to say, right? It's a scary thought. If your dreams aren't that big, what are you dreaming them for? Grow your dreams. Get a little scared. All right. You need to have words of faith and victory coming out of your mouth. I loved it. I loved it. Yes. Who talks to themselves with encouragement? Jessica, do you talk to yourself with words of encouragement? Do you say things like, stop thinking that, you got this?
No. That's something I needed to work on.
It's
for a long time.
And it's hard. Girl, when I was 200 pounds, this was my big learning experience, okay? That was the thing I grew. It wasn't just losing weight. It was that mental self-motivation. I know that Katie and I have talked about this pretty much in the beginning. We talked about this extensively. How you talk to yourself is what's going to propel you to achieving your goals, whether that's in fitness, weight loss, building a business. It's how you talk to yourself every single day.
That was probably a huge motivation for me from the get-go. When I first started out with trying to lose weight, I first started with Beachbody, I was always very critical of myself, but until I guess when you and I talked, or when we were, with the challengers and stuff, and you told me to look in the mirror and find one thing about myself that I could honestly say that I loved, and then tell myself that every day. I think that was the ultimate, for me, the game changer, I guess. Now it's not really about a body image for me. It's, I just, every day, that's what I keep pushing for, is to find And that was my ultimate goal. My first goal, or the first couple of goals that I had, was to be able to look in the mirror and love myself, or to look back at the person that was looking in the mirror and be able to smile. And now that I can do that, that's an amazing feeling.
Katie is the epitome of a mental shift. I mean, I'm not even kidding. And the cool thing about this is it happened with me. It's happened with her. It's happened so many times that I can honestly say that when you start regularly talking positively to yourself, encouraging yourself, saying to these negative thoughts, it sounds crazy, but saying, you know what? I'm not listening to you. I got this. I can do this. I believe in myself. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. I'm going. Not even myself. I'm not even gonna sabotage myself. I'm not even gonna stop me. We're going. The minute that you start to do that, it takes on a shift. And if you do that every single day, soon you're talking to yourself like that all the time. All the time.
And
don't get me wrong, the negative will come in, right, Katie? It'll come in.
Yeah, it's still there, but to be able to look at yourself and know that, like, you will see the body changes as well as the mental changes. Like, even if you don't see a direct change in your body with the changes that you are making, you're going to see the mental change as well. Yeah. And that's the most important feeling.
So when you're thinking about these big giant goals that you have that are scaring the crap out of you, you have to remember that, okay, well, I have to talk to myself with faith and victory already. Like, I've already achieved this. I'm already there. I'm already on that stage. I'm already talking to these thousands of coaches and telling them this exact thing. I'm already there. Because when you have that in your mind, and you have these things in your mind about what you envision your life, it's a promise. It's there for a reason. That's because that's there for you. All you have to do is go get it. But you have to make sure you're telling yourself, I can go get that. I deserve that. I can achieve that. I want that, and I'm going to go get it. So the next thing was, the more you talk about how tired you are, the more tired you become. It's the same principle of this mental talk. If you're saying, I'm too busy, the more busy it becomes. I don't have time. You never will get any time.
That's true.
I can't ever get this water in. Well, you ain't gonna get it in. you gotta start changing how you're focused. I cannot push past. This was a big thing for me. I couldn't get, when I first started, I told everybody my goal was like to bring in $300 a month, right? An extra $300. That was my goal, right? And I kept saying, I cannot push past this 250 mark. I kept saying that to myself. Well, what do you think happened? I didn't push past that 250 mark. I couldn't do it because I'm telling myself I can't do it. It's the same. This mental talk is huge. If you're not, huh?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. What you got?
I was always told growing up that can't never could and won't never will.
Oh my God. Post that dangum thing in the ER. Can't never could and won't.
And won't never will.
Yes. That's exactly it though. All right. And so the last thing was just basically everything we've been talking about. The real battle takes place in our minds. Who was that getting all ready and dolled up? So if you, oh, pretty. If you cannot wrap your head around what you've got to do to accomplish your goals, what you've got to say to yourself to accomplish your goals, what your focus has to be. It's getting creepy up in here. What your focus has to be, then you're not going to achieve that goal. So make some short-term goals, but with long-term, like a 30-day, because we're in the 2030, so it's 30 days. But if you're not in that group, either get in that group and make an actual commitment to it, Or make your own goal. What is your goal for the next 30 days for every single day that you're going to do this to grow your business? Okay? Emily, how you feeling about this?
I'm nervous.
Well, that's honest.
Yeah. Oh my God. Inspire you, but okay.
Yeah, I like her honesty.
All right.
I'm just nervous, yeah.
Don't be nervous. What makes you nervous? Tell me.
It's a big commitment. It's a lot of work, and nobody wants to fail.
Well, what would you fail at?
Personally, if I don't get it done, then I'll feel like I failed.
Okay, so if you feel like if you didn't get it done, and what is that? Are you talking about the daily or the end game?
The end game.
The end game. So what is your end game? What's the end game for you? Getting the 20 coaches?
No.
Okay, what's the end game?
Mine's not that high. I want diamond by October 31st.
Okay. I failed at that twice. You know what happens when you fail? You make a new game plan and move the goalpost. That's all that has to happen. I had a goal to hit. My first diamond goal was an October goal, and then I didn't hit it, and I was close, so I made it a November goal, and I didn't hit it. And then I said, I'm going to be a December diamond. And technically, I didn't hit a December diamond. I hit diamond on January 1st. So all that matters is the strive, the actual movement towards the goal. If you're doing it with really strong conviction that you're going to achieve it, if you're doing it with vigor and excitement and integrity and just going for it all the way, leaving it on the table, that's all that matters. Because you'll get there. Maybe it won't be on your day, but who cares? Your business will have grown, wouldn't it? Because if you don't do it, will it grow? Right? No. Think about how far your business could be even if you didn't make diamond on October 31st. Think about that. Is that worth it to you to still push it and go as hard as you can and give it everything you got? And again, leave it all on the table. Is it worth it?
Yeah, it'll still be worth it.
Well, then you have your answer. And look where you're at. I mean, you're at 11 SE? Yeah. Okay.
13.
Oh, 13.
There's 2 not showing it. It's not showing
it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure you got that already situated. But 13 SE points. Don't slow down. Do not doubt yourself. That is probably the biggest thing I could just say is do not doubt your ability to achieve any of this. I'm not even kidding. If you give your brain a single ounce of doubt, it will hold you back in ways that children, husbands, life circumstances can't hold you back the way that a little bit of a seed of doubt, self-doubt can. It can make you burn to the ground. So you have to really understand and say to yourself, I've got this. And I don't care what's going to get in my way, what's going to come up down my path, what's going to distract me. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to achieve it. And nobody's going to stop me, not even myself. There's Emily. Now I know she's believing me right there. Who's got something to say? Mandy, what are your thoughts?
I'm just thinking about my day tomorrow.
You guys tell them fired up tonight.
Yes. Preach it.
I love it. All right, so I am fired up. Whew. Chocolate after that. Emily's crying over here. She's so fired up. No,
No, but this is a really horrible mirror.
All right, so I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for this 2030 group. I'm gonna be putting up. I want everybody. I want everybody because I want everybody to know how to look at their PV. Can everybody please send me their PV and your TV team volume? This is just a little test to kind of see if everybody can do it, and if you can't, I can help you. So I want you guys to start knowing how to look at that. So can everybody send me your PV and your TV team volume? And if you don't know how,
Screenshots or just the numbers?
or let your coach know. Yeah. Because I'm going to make a pretty graphic for all of you beautiful ladies. And it's going to be celebratory. All right. I think that's it. That was a good call.